Hey Tauruses, welcome back to Scorp Tarot. It's me, Mark. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for the love, the support you show me and my channel. I appreciate it, Taurus. Well, guys, this is your 8-card general reading for the mid to end of August of 2019, guys. So the messages that come through, everything is a collective message for Taurus's sun, moon, or rising, or if you have Taurus anywhere in your birth chart, you should get a golden nugget or two from this reading. However, if you want to connect with me to get private messages, specific messages to you and your situation, then you would need to get a private reading, and I offer those. Yes, I do. I offer private readings. So email me if you would like to connect. All you have to do is send me an email at ScorpTarot@gmail.com. That's ScorpTarot@gmail.com. Let me know which reading you would like. Let me know your sign, and I will start the process on getting your reading scheduled, Taurus. Let's get into this reading, honey. I'm doing 8-card readings for this entire month of August of 2018. And this is your general 8-card reading for the mid to end of August, guys. I prayed and meditated over the cards. Got my trusted crystals. I've got my cleanse the energy of the cards with the Palo Santos, and I've got my incense. So let's get started. Let's see what messages Source has for you, Taurus, for this mid to end of August. Creator, what messages do you have for Taurus? What should Taurus focus on for this mid to end of August? I ask that only the highest energies of love, light, and truth come through these cards and come through me. What messages do you have for Taurus, Creator? What should Taurus focus on? We need 3 more. What should Taurus focus on, Creator, this month, this mid to end of August of 2019? What messages do you have for Taurus? All right, these are your cards. Okay, Taurus, now wait a minute. So hold up now, Taurus. Now these cards, okay, we're going to start. Your first card, Taurus, is the 10 of Swords. Now, I know this doesn't look good with the 10 of Swords, this card. But the 10 of Swords is energy that we all go through at times in this journey we call life. 10 of Swords is a card that speaks to an ending of a very emotionally chaotic chapter of our life. I'll say it that way. 10 of Swords speaks to an end of suffering, an end of mentally overthinking the process, possibly overthinking what has happened. But the 10 of Pentacles, the 10 of Swords can also speak to the ending of suffering, the ending of being stabbed in the back. For some of you, this is external energy. Others of you, it's internal energy. You know, sometimes we can be our own worst critics. And Source is saying, if that is you, Taurus, there's an ending that's coming for this mid to end of August, or you're being supported by create, because we have free will up to a certain point. We're co-creators with the universe. But Source is saying you're being supported, Taurus, this mid to end of August of 2019, to end this cycle of suffering, end this cycle of stressing, worrying, overthinking, doubting yourself, or even putting yourself in situations where you're around people that betray you. Source is saying that cycle needs to end, and you have the power to end it. All right. Your next card, Taurus, is going to be the 8 of Pentacles. For some of you, it has to do with work, where you're feeling betrayed, where there's a cycle ending. The 8 of Pentacles is the card of detail, knowledge, working hard. It can also be the card of the student, where you're being called to be more detailed and knowledgeable, where you're being called to use more practical, because it's a pentacle, so that speaks to earthly, practical. You're being called to use more practical judgment in regards to how you move in the world, the people you allow around you, what you say yes to, what you commit yourself to. That's what I'm feeling for a lot of you Taurus's sun, moon, or rising for this mid to end of August. But Source is saying this cycle of suffering, has got to end. This chapter in your life of suffering needs to end. So whether that means you need to cut people off, people that you possibly work with, or whether it means you just need to be more detailed and knowledgeable about what you commit to. You need to start researching, investigating people before you just open yourself up and allow them into your life. You need to pay more attention to what they're bringing to the table, all right? But your next card, Taurus, is going to be the Magician. There's definitely energy around you guys of illusion. That's what I'm going to say. I'm going to put it like that. People telling you one thing, but they're doing something very different. And then that is why and they keep you in your head to keep you off balance. They keep you in your head, and they're weaving webs around you. You know, like I said, they're telling you one thing, but their actions are totally opposite, and it's throwing you off. And there's a need here of stability. There's a need for you all to get back grounded and to actually see through any illusions. But there's definitely energy of, like I said, someone being a magician in your life. Someone, because the Magician card, Major Arcana, speaks to people using creative, and I put that in air quotes, using creative strategies to get what they want. Now, that doesn't always have to be a negative thing, because it's not always a negative thing. But with the Ten of Swords, in this situation, it is a negative thing. It's not good, because it's leading you to a place of being stressed out, overthinking, over worrying, you being off balance. You, Taurus, for some of you, being feeling like, you know, you're going through a cycle of betrayal, and there's somebody here who is the magician behind it. See things for exactly as they are. You know, like I always say, tough times don't last, but tough people do, and that is a true statement. But you have to constantly cleanse. You have to constantly purge, and that could be your relationships. Yes, you have to constantly cleanse and purge. If people aren't being honest with you, truthful with you, authentic, if they're stabbing you in the back, if they're doing things to keep your energy off balance, then you may need to cut them up out of your life. But don't allow people to play you, is what I'll say. Don't allow people to play you, Taurus, and I'm going to leave it at that. Regardless to what creative strategies they use, don't allow people to play you. That's what Source is saying. All right. Your next card, Taurus, is the Ace of Pentacles. This is amazing energy. Yes. After the Magician card, Source is saying some of you guys are going to get it. And I saw that with the Ten of Swords. Remember, I said that's the end of a cycle. Some of you guys are going to get it, and you're going to decide that you are going to do things differently. The Ace of Pentacles is saying once you make that choice, once you make that decision to be more detailed, more knowledgeable, then you're going to have new blessings that come into your life. The Ace of Pentacles is confirming that. It's confirming that, Taurus. So Source is just saying, in this cycle, make the necessary decisions that you need to make that empower you, being detailed and more knowledgeable about what you commit to, about what you allow in your life. But you got blessings that are coming in, but they're not going to come in if you don't do the work. That's what Source is saying. So make sure you do the work with the Ten of Swords of allowing whatever, if let me say it this way. If you're feeling like if there's a blow up, if there's an argument, if there's emotions that come to the surface, that is the culmination that you need to initiate and to allow you to start this new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. That's what Source is saying, Taurus. All right. Next, you guys have the Two of Pentacles. Being fluid, going with the flow of energy, juggling as you need to. That's what Source is also saying. So you got new beginnings and new blessings that are coming in once this old cycle of betrayal overthinking, stressing has left your life, but you have a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles. And that new beginning, like I said, it starts with just deciding that you want something different. You deciding that you want something better, and then being fluid and allowing Source to bring you those good things into your life. But be fluid and juggle as you need to, all right? Next, Taurus, you guys got the Judgment card. Yes, honey. Source is saying it's a call to action. You can make whatever changes in your life that you want to make. And Source is saying you're in a time of outcome with the Judgment card. You're in a time of release is what I'm feeling. But you got to get in the driver's seat of your life and decide what it is that you want. This is a major arcana card, Taurus. So Source is saying you're in a time of outcome. A time of culmination of cycles, ending of bad cycles. All right. Next, Taurus, you guys got the Knight of Wands. All right. So the Knight of Wands, is this the person that stabbed you in the back? Is this the Magician? And what's funny is the Magician card sits on top of this Knight of Wands. So for some of you, this issue of betrayal, this issue of stressing has to do with love and romance. Possibly you were dealing with this Knight of Wands. He is traditionally known as the player knight in the deck because he comes in quickly and he leaves quickly. This knight is very selfish. This knight is very self-centered. They act from a place of, they tell you what they want. They think that you want to hear, but they over promise and they underdeliver. This wand energy can be a fire sign individual. That would be a Sagittarius, a Leo, or an Aries. Is that the person that you're being called to get in the driver's seat of your life, take charge, and make decisions as to how you want to move forward? If you want to continue whatever the relationship is with this Knight of Wands, or if you want something new, for some of you it is, and it does have to do with romance, and it could have to do with a third party situation, this person possibly coming in and out of your life. But there's definitely energy here of competition with the Five of Wands. That is the energy of all five speak to conflict, they speak to change, and like I said, for some of you there may be some sort of altercation, like an argument that you get into with this Knight of Wands, and they just start lying, they just start weaving their web with the Magician card, they just start weaving illusion, and you may feel betrayed about it. You may feel like they stabbed you in the back, like you were there for them, you truly had their back and they didn't have yours. With the Five of Wands, that's the energy of conflict, competition. But Source is saying first, know your value. Decide what it is you deserve, and then once you make that decision, then you start being knowledgeable in detail and start weeding out things that are not in alignment with the value you place on yourself. If you feel like you deserve to have somebody that reciprocates and gives to you like you give to them, and you consider yourself as valuable, then you may need to cut ties with this person if they're not giving you what you want. All right, but it's time to take charge because you're in a time of outcome. You're in a time, the Judgment card is saying you're in a time, Taurus, of a call to action. So it's time to make decisions and put your big girl panties on, as they say. All right, but be fluid also and juggle and go with the flow as you need to. So Taurus, that is your reading. Yes, I know it looked challenging in the beginning, but remember, you do have blessings and new opportunities that are coming in for you guys. So don't stress and worry. You're well equipped to deal with this, but you got to make decisions. That is what Source is saying in this reading. All right, so guys, the major arcana cards that you got, Taurus, are two cards. That is the Magician, that is the Judgment card. You definitely have energy here of someone maybe not being as straightforward and honest as you would want them to be. But Source is saying you got to get to the bottom of it and make decisions as to how you want to live your life and who you want to have in there with you. All right. The major focus for you, Taurus, for this month of mid to end of August of 2019 is Pentacle energy. That is your home sign energy. That's that earth energy. Could have to do with your money, but even not your money exclusively. It can also speak to your energy, your time, that you're putting forth in a situation. That is the major focus. That is where you're being called to look at that for this month of August of 2019, mid to end of August of 2019, Taurus. So look at your earth sector, all right? But you guys are definitely ending some negative cycles, and that's a good thing. All right, guys, if you would like to connect, email me at ScorpTarot@gmail.com. Let me know which reading you would like. Let me know your sign, Taurus, and I will start the process on getting your reading scheduled. Love and light. Enjoy this month. We all go through challenges, like I said, but you can deal with this. All right, take care, Taurus. Namaste.